Alright guys, so I woke up at 11. Now the time now is 12:01. And today's video is going to be about how is Japan's, current situation with the coronavirus. Also mix in a little bit with today's vlog, so hopefully I can keep it under 10 minutes. So I can tell you the current situation as of 21st March and about the airport situation because I just came here yesterday and I've seen what I need to be seen in Japan, and I've also seen the airports, how they're handling it, and I'll tell you guys how it goes. But first off is a konbini for food. Alright, so first off I want to say that I don't really have an answer to say that Japan is safe or Japan is not safe because everybody's doing their part, but not everybody. Because the thing is, there's two types of people that actually care, and there's actually people that doesn't care. The government is definitely doing its part. The government is closing sports, and it's also, limiting people in, putting some restrictions, so on and so forth. Just cut off, but I was just doing my food. But basically, there's a lot of measures the government could improve on, and people themselves could be improved on, Like, there's still many gatherings, and there's still a lot of people going out. But the thing is, there's a lot of places don't enforce temperature checking or just temperature, there's no temperature screening at all in a lot of places. So that's the one thing they're not enforcing, but the rest they're doing okay. The rest is all up to the people, and the people aren't doing that much. A few, it really depends, because the people are different by day and different by night. Drinks, water, and just like soba. And also you can still see people just roaming around doing their daily lives, like activity-wise, like going to the clubs, drinking. But in normal bars and pubs, you can see a significant decrease of people because you can work from home, so there's not much salary man, but there are still people in general. There are still crazy people going to clubs, going at close distance, exchanging bodily fluids, So if I were to compare the whole situation to America, it would be like Florida, where the government do have some protocol, but people just don't really give a fuck. I would say the elderly people around 40 and above, which aren't really elderly, but let's just group them as elderly. So around 40 and above, there are people that definitely are on the extreme end that says, I ain't getting this shit. And people will actually start fights if you cough on a train with no mask. So that's the thing. That's the one good thing that I like to see, is because people give a fuck. And those people are usually 40 and above. And then 40 and below, which you have the mid-tier group, which is around 21 to 30, mid-30s, those people are very dangling on the extreme end. They either don't give a fuck or they give a little bit of a fuck. So, it's somewhat close. It's all depending on the people. So I'm currently living in Daimono, Hamamatsucho, Asakusa area. There's definitely less people here, but there are a lot of people in those tourism places such as Shibuya, Harajuku. Those places will forever be packed both day and night. But you could see I have like a few office buildings here, and here. Those people are still working because I've seen them, with the lights on, and I've seen people working at there. But, times are tough. And these times, it's very weird to say because like I've seen increase in people and decrease in people, both in the weekends and the weekdays. So it's very hard to pinpoint if it's Japan safe or not. But it's best to take your own precautions because there is no certainty if it's safe or not. Because like, okay, for one example, person A could be extremely cautious, right? But let's just say person A and person B just went to the nightclub and he fucks around and got exchanged bodily fluids and he has corona now, and then he goes to the same train as person A, and then they fuck around, and then person A can be as precautious and as aware as any other person, but the bad thing is they took the same train and now this person has it. Corona is very easily spread. People don't get it. But overall, I would say it's a 50-50. You do see sanitizer products going out, you do see masks running out, but the thing is, you can wear all that, and all that is not gonna help you, buddy. It's not air spread, it's respiratory droplet spread. That means if the person was to cough on an object. Now, new scientific study has shown that bacteria, the coronavirus, can live on items for hours on end. So, bruh, masks ain't gonna help you Unless you take your own precautions like me. You wipe down every motherfucking thing with sanitary wipes, but sanitary wipes are out in Japan. And also, corona could be asymptomatic. You could have the fucker and then not know it and then spread to people unknowingly, you know? So I would say, is Japan safe? That is up to you. That's a very big risk if it's up to you. But I would say treat it like any other country right now, okay? It's in the mid-tier, meaning somewhere precaution-wise is like less than Singapore, but it's definitely more than some other countries, okay? And it's not as bad as Italy or the UK and those people that are higher ups. So, you know, really pick your grain, you know, really nitpick it if you want to come here. Let me press the button here. Currently, I'm gonna meet my friend and then I'll tell you about the whole train situation right now. Hi, Koki. Isn't he still drunk?
And then see who wins.
So it's like Clash of Titans.
Kind of, yeah. It's really.
Wait, are the schools connected? So that's not even a sakura, right? Because it's pink, it's white.
No, it's a different type.
Oh, it's a different
There's
type.
like 3. There's like a...
Buy a drink. I'm so smart.
Wrong.
Koki, if a dangerous guy was to hold a knife near you, right? Do you know what I would say?
What?
Bruh, run. Koki, I love you from my head to my toes.
I don't even get that.
Because it's tomatoes.
Yeah, so?
Head to my toes.
So?
Where's the curry rice? Checked.
You can't risk it, right?
No, they just don't really care. Is it like a stripper show?
I don't know.
Dude, this whole road looks sketchy as fuck, boy. So many people in Shibuya. I think this might be a brand new place that's like newly built just across Shibuya Scramble. Ebisu is so live at night. Alright, so you practically saw how Japan was like on a weekend, right? Because today is a Saturday. You practically saw the streets are still flooded. Honestly, they're still flooded. And the only reason why the train was empty is not because ain't nobody taking it. It's still rush hour. There's still many people. It was just the reason why it was empty is because I take a very empty line home. That was practically it. There's still many people that don't give a fuck about corona, bro. Like, but there are some things like hand dryers they're not in use, you know, because they spread corona apparently. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Now I'm on the way to Boston, get some food, then I head back home. Alright, so I got a soba and karage, and then I got this too at night. So hopefully I give you a little bit of an insight of, you know, if Japan is safe to come due to the coronavirus. But hopefully today was helpful to you in some ways, and thank you guys for watching.